Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a squat day, but a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below, it would be greatly appreciated. Decently happy with today's peak set. Obviously, as you guys have noticed, the cut has taken a toll. I managed to get 450 for 5. They were hard. Like, I don't think I had a 6th rep. Like, if you guys watch it, again, my form is breaking down a little on the 5th rep when I get there. And, again, it's very, very clear I don't think I had a 6th rep. Well, the other thing I'm noticing again with the cutting at this point, I get so fatigued from those peak sets that sometimes my little bit of back off work is starting to get hard. And what I had decided was that for this phase, I'm going over to 5s instead of 10s for supplemental work. And as you guys will see when I get there, I got stapled. I put the miss up. I went with 70% of my training max and was going to do a 5x5. I got stapled at the bottom. My quads just completely gave out. So if my quads gave out 5 to 7 minutes after doing that peak set with a weight over 100 pounds lighter for a single, we know that that's all I had. That's all I had. And I'm going to work on doing 5x5s for my assistance work, again, my back off work. And, a lot of my other movements, I'm going to go over to like 5s and 6s for a bit. Again, just to handle the heavier weight. And we still get hypertrophy. 5s give hypertrophy, 10s give hypertrophy. Again, just for a while. And I want to see how it goes, particularly after comp. After I make weight, once I'm down at 200 pounds, and then can slowly build back up, so that I can always do weight cuts, water cuts to make weight for comp, and some adjustments in my diet and everything. I think I want to see how I do with 5s again, because I've always done well on 5s, by the way. I do well on 10s too, but I've historically built a lot of size and strength with 5s and 6s. So I think, because again, I've done this before for some of the back off work and still got results. I think that's the way I need to go. And the way to get around, fatigue from it is to just watch volume. I'm becoming more and more convinced the longer I've been training and the longer I coach that, again, I think we need to stay most of the time, other than maybe certain exercises. Like for me, it's going to be pull-ups, right? I'm going to do tons and tons of pull-ups. But I think that for me, outside of the pull-ups, the big lifts, I'm going to stick closer to the minimum range of the optimal hypertrophy range, right? Because it's a pretty big range. It's normally that people say 10 to 20, but actually the research shows it's even as low as 8. Some advanced lifters actually get maximum hypertrophy off 8 sets. And as you guys know, I'm going over 2-3 day a week. It's going to be a squat, bench, deadlift day, but I'm going to do pull-ups and stuff all those days and abs. And, here's the thing with it. Here comes that fail. Got down there, and my quads gave out. So I decided, look, I've got to still get some quad work in. Let's just do the belt squat. Find a weight that's going to be challenging for 5 reps. That, maybe it's I could probably do about 7 with, maybe 8. So we get some good tension. Let's keep working the glutes, the adductors, the quads, right? Because, so what? I'm going to miss some of the extra back work from the squat then this week. I did that peak set. But I'm going to deadlift. I'm doing rows. I'm doing plenty of ab work. So we'll keep all that going. Ideally, I want to start being able to do a 5x5 back off. And eventually, if I need to add anything else in, I was thinking like front squats or whatever. Because I want to push more of my supplemental work in the direction of, look, the squat, bench, deadlift, and pull-ups can get us jacked. They'll get us strong. Everything else needs to be similar movements to those, right? So sometimes I'll throw in a little bit of chins, right, instead of pull-ups. Maybe I'm going to start doing some bicep work, again, on deadlift day, right? Again, just to help with the pull-ups and the chin-ups. But for the most part, I think things need to be close movement patterns. In other words, if you want to supplement your bench, decline if your pecs are weak, or dumbbell presses, maybe incline if the delts are weak, closed grip bench if your triceps are an issue. And I can always throw in band work and stuff with that. But for the most part, that's how I want to look at it. Alternative hip hinges to the deadlift. If we need more deadlift work, stiff leg deadlifts, right? That's a good one. Romanian deadlifts, snatch grip deadlifts, depending upon where we're weakest. And start treating it that way. Even all my hypertrophy work needs to just kind of be geared in that direction. Because they're similar movement patterns. They'll have good carryover to the movements we want to get good at. And then only thing that might need extra hypertrophy work is really going to be just arms. So really, my training is going to be built around the big three, pretty much exclusively pull-ups, hanging leg raises. That's going to kind of be my big five. And, obviously, like I said, I'm going to include a little bit of arm work and stuff just because I need it. And bigger arms will help my bench. But I threw on the weight vest. People have seen me take pictures in it, but they've never seen me wear it moving. So I thought, let's see if I can get a 5x5 with my 42-pound vest on, my Rogue vest. And because I got 20, and then I've got 21 pull-ups as my best so far with body weight in the last week. I got 21. So if I can do 21 pull-ups, I can definitely do 40 pounds weighted for reps. But it was hard. Like the 5x5 was pretty challenging because I haven't been doing these weighted. So even with the 42-pound vest, which is the max capacity of this vest, this was tough. Now, I may want to build on these, right? But these give a good training response, I think, for a long time. I might get up to where I can do, 5 sets of 6 reps, 5 sets of 7 reps, whatever, with this vest. And again, I think a lot of my main training days, since I'm going to stick with closer to 5s with a little bit lower reps, again, my focus is going to be myofibrillar growth, body composition, because I'm going to have to keep getting leaner and leaner. And I really need my muscle to be the most efficient muscle I can build. And I really need to think in those terms. And everything needs to be tendon, bone, myofibrillar growth, and getting as lean as possible to be competitive in my weight classes. Right? So, people are like, well, you've gotten really lean now, but guys, I need to lose another 10 to 12 pounds of fat. I'm going to have to be pretty well shredded. Maybe not quite bodybuilder contest lean, but I'm going to have to be pretty shredded, I think, to really make the most out of these weight classes if I want to be competitive over the next couple of years, right? Because it's going to be a couple of years. It's not going to be, I may not be my absolute best this first year coming back. So it's going to be a longer term endeavor. So again, that's the way that I'm thinking a little bit. So I do want to do a little more focus on the lower rep stuff, thinking in terms of movement pattern carryover more even with what I do for hypertrophy. Right? If triceps need work on the bench, maybe more closed grip benches back off work, right, as a secondary exercise. So really what that means is I would be doing mostly assistance work, not accessory work. Because again, if I start thinking of even the pull-ups as a primary lift instead of an accessory, because again, I'm going to have those 4 where my focus is going to be, because I think we should, then anything else even related to it just becomes assistance. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.